All right, let's test this. Good morning. Happy Friday. Hope everybody is well. As you can see here, we got a little bit of a new setup. So just bear with me here for a couple minutes before we get started. Want to make sure that this is running correctly. And so far it appears to be. You guys get a chance to jump on, say hello. Let me know you're out there in the old interweb lands. It's Friday. Hope everybody's having a fantastic week thus far. And we'll get started here in just a second. Again, if you're out there, jump on, say hello. Andrew, good morning, sir. How are you? Appreciate you, brother. Andrew, remind me, I think you guys got something going on tomorrow, right? If I'm not mistaken. Can you post that information, please, for everybody? All right, looks like we're up and running on everything. How's everybody doing? Happy Friday. What a week. Wow. Where to begin? Don't know. I don't know where to begin. I spent most of this weekend. We had some contractors here at the house. I got a new deck built, so we're happy about that. That's done. But that's what the last couple of days I've been staining a deck, and it's been so hot. It's been, I was ready. I'm certainly ready for cooler weather. It's been in the high 90s here out east the last couple of weeks, and we finally got a rainstorm last night for the first time, and it's been great. So absolutely love it. What do we have here? Andrew, we got the veterans. Let's show everybody what we got. We got Veterans Barbecue Bash, September 11th. Great. And the Hero Stock. I know I've heard about this too. Hero Stock, September 9th. That's this weekend. And I want to say, is that where, Andrew? Where is that exactly? Is that there in Tennessee? I feel like Hero Stock is somewhere else, like Nebraska or something. I could be wrong. I apologize if I am. So appreciate you jumping on. Well, who do we have here? I had to put it up there, Doc. What's up, brother? How you doing? Oh, I love it. It's good to see the crew here this morning. I love it. Malachi, it is in Nebraska, so I did see that right. I did. Okay, good. Um, yeah, Mark Peterson from the People's Patriot Project. They're going to be out there. I would have loved to have made it out there this year, and I don't know what happened. I dropped the ball on it. Ken, good morning, brother. How are you? As always, appreciate you jumping on. What do you guys think of this new look here? We're trying something a little different. Um, we're actually, most of you watch this on Facebook Live. We're actually live on Twitter and YouTube right now as well. So I'm trying to up the game here a little bit. It's been a long time coming. I should have done this uh, literally years ago, but I didn't. So now we're here. Better late than never, I guess, right? So anyway, friendly reminder: September is what is September? September is Suicide Prevention Awareness Month. Check on your battle buddies. So that's why you see the purple. If you can see it in the blue, probably one of the best choice. Probably should have went with teal, but I did the purple pocket square today for that. What a week! Football's back. Did anybody watch the game last night? I didn't. I'm gonna be honest with you. I started it, and it was like right as it jumped on TV, the opening happens, and then I was like, nope. NFL's back. Started last night. I believe it was the Kansas City Chiefs and the Detroit Lions. I couldn't tell you what the score is. I didn't have a dog in this fight, so I didn't really care. But that season's back, which kind of brings me into talking about football. brings me into kind of a first topic. So let's go ahead and get started here. And I'm talking college football. I'm more of a college sports kind of guy myself. I like going to the professional stuff. Don't get me wrong, but I like going to the actual games. College stuff, I probably like a little bit more, especially with the football side of things. And you see the headline this week. Um, oh wow, really? 21-20 Lions. Wow. Thanks, Ken. I didn't know that. Wow. The headline this week: Coach Prime all time. Why is Deion Sanders on TV so much? Now, in my younger years watching prime time, I remember his rookie year with the Atlanta Falcons, and then he played baseball as well. And then around the same time, I was a huge Bo Jackson fan uh, growing up. Another two sport athlete. Those two guys were, you know, the cream of the crop back then. And if you look at Dion now, he's still got that swagger about him. But if you hear his message and stuff, some people think he's kind of coming across arrogant. I could see why you would say that, but I wouldn't say that. He's definitely confident. But the message that he really kind of portrays and the examples that he sets for those young men, he's very firm, very hard. You kind of see behind the scenes, and I think it's kind of neat what he's doing. So I think what Deion Sanders is what Deion is doing right now for the Colorado program up there. You saw what he did at Jackson State for 2 years, and now you see uh, what he's already establishing in Colorado. At a Power Five team. It's absolutely it's stunning. Now, granted, they've only had one game. They went out. They were a 1-11 team last year, and they go out and beat number 17 TCU in Texas last weekend. So it's going to be interesting to see how the rest of the season pans out for Colorado. I don't think they have that hard of a schedule, but it's going to be interesting to see how he continues to put that program together. So I think it's cool. College football's back as well. What do we have here? Malachi's definitely confidence. Yeah, I think it's confidence, and rightfully so. The man's earned it. How many people do you know he's a football guy, right? Dion is a football guy, meaning he was a player, so he sees it from the play, and he played both sides of the ball. Plus, he was a two sport athlete in the what am I trying to say? He was a professional two sport athlete, but then you look at it, so he sees it, and now he's been a successful coach. So he really is a football guy, and I think what he brings together for that program, more importantly, his messaging to the young men. He's teaching them how to be young men and responsible. So I think it's good. Am I a believer of Colorado? I'd like to believe. I like Deion Sanders as a coach there, and I believe in the next couple of years you're going to see that program just skyrocket. So it's going to be interesting to see. What else do we have? I got to tell you what, guys, guys and gals, the headlines this week did not disappoint, and what the next one I want to talk about is going to be kind of controversial. So, Lance Gold who let that guy in the group? Who let this Lance guy in the group? This next headline: former Proud Boys leader sentenced to 22 years over U.S. Capitol attack. And go ahead and look this up. It's funny who it's a lot of these headlines have been interesting. This particular one is certainly something else. The former Proud Boys member sentenced to 22 years, and that was coming from where was this coming? This one was coming from the Guardian. Now, if you look this up, I'm posting this now. I'm hoping these come up on your guys' side. What I've noticed on some of these, looking at this particular story, is that some of these articles are saying he wasn't even in DC at the time during January 6th. So I found this to be pretty interesting. It's interesting that the gentleman, Eureke Tario, I hope I said his name right, wasn't even in DC at the time. Along the lines of this story, uh, was it yesterday? I think the DOJ is suggesting or recommending a 120-day jail sentence to, oh, who was it? I forget the host name, but it's one of the hosts of um oh no, it's drawn a blank. It's Alex Jones's Infowars. It wasn't Alex. It was another host there, and the DOJ. Uh, and this is something again. You look it up, but the DOJ is asking for 120 days. This man be sentenced for 120 days in prison for his involvement in the January 6th attack. Because oh, I'm sorry, I lied. That's not what it was. The DOJ is um, suggesting a 120-day prison sentence to the host over at Infowars for continuously talking about the 2020 election being rigged. That's what it was for. You have to look that one up. Infowars, 2020 election, DOJ. It will pop up. This was a story that recently happened here in just the last 48 hours. From what I've seen. So interesting. Does that mean that you're not allowed to talk about the powers to be, like the DOJ or anything like that? I'm asking. I'm just asking. Are we not allowed to talk about uh, or say things like give our opinions that if and I'm not giving my opinion right now. Do I think whether or not the election of 2020 was rigged? It's neither here nor there. What I'm asking is, are you not allowed to talk about it? And can you not give an opinion on it? That's the question. And if that is the case, is it right for the DOJ to come in and say, hey, you're talking about this and now we're going to put you in prison? Why? I don't understand the thought process behind that. Why is that? It kind of goes against our First Amendment rights, wouldn't it? Again, I'm asking this question. What say you guys on that? Meanwhile, while you're answering that question, um, what else happened this week? How many folks out there watch that TV show, that 70s show? That 70s show star Danny Matterson sentenced to 30 years to life in prison for raping two women. Horrific. Absolutely horrible. Um, why did I put that on there? Because I used to watch that 70s shows from time to time. And I was just kind of like, I was really disappointed. My guy kind of turned out to be a douchebag. Anyway, next one. Hey, this next headline is going to be about one of my favorite people of all time. Can you guys guess right now who it is? I'll give you a minute. Who is one of my favorite people I like to talk about on this show? I'll give you a second. Anybody? Bueller? I'm gonna post it right now. Here you go. Doc, yeah, yes, Doc. You are most certainly one of my favorite people, but you're not the one I'm talking about right now. Stephen Williams, another one, brother. Thank you. And I'll be texting you later today. I got something for you. Uh, that's not, Doc. That's not you. I'm talking about Bill Gates, guys. Doc. I'm sorry to disappoint you. But I'm talking about Bill Gates. This popped up. I'd say 2 days ago. I think this popped up, and this is a story. This is a topic that's been, I guess, been covered by different outlets throughout the last couple of months. But Bill Gates funds a scheme to chop down and bury trees. Chops he's gonna chop down and bury trees to fight climate change. Can we just can we think about this for a second? You want to chop down trees and then you want to bury them. Now, for the longest time, we had a lot of people up in air, a lot of environmentalists say, hey, you can't keep chopping down trees. Chopping down trees is bad. Now, all of a sudden, he wants to get rid of like 70,000 acres in the Northwest and chop them down. And instead of chopping down the trees and using it for lumber to build homes or this and that, no. We're not going to do that. We're going to chop the trees down and we're going to bury them. Can somebody, maybe it's me. I don't know. I haven't had a full cup of coffee yet this morning. I could be, uh, guys, somebody please explain to me, why is chopping down trees and then burying them going to help climate change? Seriously. Or excuse me, it's going to reduce global warming. Scientists say, quote, burying trees can reduce global warming as well, end quote. Where do they find these scientists? And somebody please punch him in the throat. Like, no, I take that back because I'm not here to, we're not promoting violence. That's not what I mean by that. But seriously, come on. Read the article. You can find it. Do a Google search on this as well. Stay close to this because I think you're going to see a lot more of this as well. With, the Gates Foundation stuff is in the news. A lot of headlines, as he always is. I think because he owns half these mainstream organizations. But if you look at this story about burying the trees and the new pandemic, that's all I'm going to say about that because we're already shadow banned. The website got hacked earlier this week. I wasn't going to talk about it, but I just brought it up. It's been a crazy week. So if you guys see this, share this stuff if you would for me. And if you're on the other platforms, most of you guys are watching Facebook Live. This is live on YouTube and Twitter right now as well. So share this out. But this is some interesting stuff that's going to be here. Doc, yeah, you do. Don't say that. You do. It's a mindset. I share these stories. I try to make this more of a positive type platform, which is probably I'm probably countering that with the stories that I'm sharing. I'm sharing these stories because we need to start thinking for ourselves. We share these stories. I share these stories not to be negative. I share these stories so that you guys will go out and do some research and come to your own conclusion on this. This is how we get stuff out. This is how you kind of fight back and get the information so we can fight back and make change, right? And create more positivity in the world. Okay? That's why I do. Uh let's be clear on that. All right? Now for this next thing, I didn't put an art. You're right, educational, absolutely. This next one, news around Maui, is what I titled it. I don't have a link for this. I'm just going to say this: Maui is still in the news quite a bit, my heart is saddened by what happened there with the fires and the fact that those people still don't have a lot of answers. Now, what you're what you're seeing this week, there's a lot of controversy around the Oprah Winfrey Dwayne Johnson commercial that was launched. And I guess there's been a lot of backlash for the two of them going on asking what somebody said, quote, common person to donate to help with the Maui um, fires and reconstruction and whatnot. And what I would do if I were watching this and listening about Maui, or if you wanted more answers yourself about Maui, find out who owns land in Maui and then do a Google search or a Google Earth, the Google Earth thing, and see where those fires happen and then see what places weren't affected by those fires. And if any of the people that own a lot of land, uh, if their places were affected by it. What I would also do is do a search on who's buying up that land right now. If anybody is. I'm not saying that there is, and I'm not being a conspiracy theorist. These are all things that you guys are capable of looking up yourselves. Don't take my word for it, but find out what's really going on. More and more things are starting to be uncovered over there. I got some people over there right now that are trying to get some more answers. So hopefully next week we'll have some more updates on that. But that's all I'm going to say about Maui. Research it. Research it. What do we have here? Steven, you're right. Positive is best. Absolutely. Dot gas black. Here, Malachi, since you brought up that organization, and I'm just going to say that organization because we've already got a target on our backs. What if I saw this on the old social media. I forget what platform I saw it on, but I saw something along the lines of, all the houses and stuff that are for sale right now. If you go in, if somebody comes in and uh, you say you're buying a house, and somebody comes in and purchases it for cash, and it turns out to be like an LLC of sort, follow that up the flagpole. A lot of the times those LLCs that come in and buy cash or buy cash properties are tied with a much bigger organization. Which organization would that be? It's not always the case, but I'm saying you're seeing a lot of that around the country. From what I've heard, again, from what I've heard. And it kind of fits that 2030 agenda that we've talked about on the show here in the past. Is you have people that are going around in the UN. Who put these guys in charge? Anybody? Does anybody have an answer for me on that one? Who put the people that are on the UN? Because if you look at go look up to see who's on the UN. Bunch of rich people that are looking for power. Arguably, I'm just saying that could be the case. I don't know, or maybe they legitimately want to help other people. I'll let you guys be the determining factor of that one. But look it up. We'll talk about the UN next week. I'm not going to do that this week, but look it up. All right, let's move on. I had some other things I want to test out here. It's going to be excellent. Podcasters, authors, listen, if you're a podcaster and you want to grow your network, no better place to do it than right here, Heroes Media Group. Send me an email or send us an email. Somebody will get in touch with you, info@heroesmediagroup.com. Check it out. We'd love to have you. Authors, if you're out there, you got a book and you're ready to turn it into an audio book, we can help you do that. We would love to help you do that. That's something that we specialize in. Again, info@heroesmediagroup.com. We'll set up a meeting and we'll get that book into an audio book. Ken, we are, yeah, you know what? I'm going to share that. Ken's absolutely right. I forgot I can do this. Right there. We are in a time of weak men creating bad time. Absolutely. And it's sad. And I'm going to try to, you guys are already giving me, I think I'm going to have to do another show this coming week. I think we're going to have to do a happy hour and talk about some of these things. And if you guys are interested in me doing a happy hour this coming week, then by golly, does anybody use that word anymore? By golly, yeah. Let's do that this coming week. You guys pick a day. Let me know what night would be a good night to do it. We'll do a happy hour. Let's do a round table. Maybe even get some of you guys on here. All right. Podcasters, authors, already did that. Product review time. I'm going to do this product review here. I recently became an ally of this organization, Sisu Stamina. And if you go to ULA Universe, this is a great organization. But I am on this stuff. I just started trying this stuff. I'm on day 3 of Sisu Stamina. This is really cool. It came in like a little pill form. It's a chewable. I love this stuff. This stuff has been, again, day 3. But the product, again, you get your little welcome letter. Those two handsome devils, John and Kirk, great guys, are the founders of the organization. Welcome card, and then they gave you a free little gift. It's like this little, you can hide all of your nice things in it. You put your tablets in here and carry it with you. But these are like it's almost like I don't want to say a vitamin, but it's kind of like that. You take it like that. It's chewable. It's good. It's not chalky. And I noticed I took one the other day in the afternoon because it was kind of coming down. I was working outside. But this is great. You get these. There's 60 chewable tablets. This one, this flavor is tangerine. And again, it's not like your normal chewables. If I can hold that up right, let me pull that up there. But it's a great product. I love it. Listen, if you go, and I'll put this up, but if you go to their website and use promo code Heroes10, you can get 10% off on your purchase. Check it out. This is great stuff. I love it. And even, can't forget, they got this badass sticker that come with it too. Look at that. Boom. I like it. Good stuff. You're going to see more of those guys. They're on our website, so check it out. What else do we got here? Run Ranger Run. Gallant Few is happening now until, I believe, October 1st. Go to gallantfew.org. Get involved if you can. What do we have here? Yes, Ken, I will definitely tag you. I'll send you a message or shoot you a text. Next up, later this month, in a couple weeks, September 29th, the All Heroes Welcome Ball, Tampa, Florida, with our friends over at Team Addo. The very next day, September 30th, the All Heroes Open Fishing Tournament. Go to teamaddo.org and get your tickets for the ball on the 29th. For on the 29th, they still got tickets available. Come join us. I would love to see you guys down there. It's going to be awesome. And don't forget, you could win this. I got to figure out this camera thing. This new toy. I'm trying to figure it out. Win the new 2022 Ford Bronco. Look at that. The thing's beautiful. It's all tricked out. It's great. I've been in it. It's a lot of fun. Tickets are $100. And if you go to teamaddo.org, you can buy your ticket. You do not have to be present to win. So you could win the Bronco and $10,000 cash. They're only selling 5,000 tickets. So make sure you get it because they're going to pick a winner on September 29th. So get your tickets today. All right. Let's see here. What do we got? Let's get into some of the shows. But before we get into the shows, I want to give a huge happy birthday to my friend Deanna Redilescu from Label Free Podcast. Deanna is part of the HMG family. She's absolutely amazing. She does a great show, and she's literally all over the internet right now. And she's on billboards and everything. You've probably seen her, especially if you're in the Chicagoland area. Deanna is just a force to be reckoned with. So Deanna, from myself and on behalf of your HMG family, we love you. Happy birthday. Hope you have a wonderful day. So with that being said, folks, I'm going to switch over here. Our first show up this week is the Label Free Podcast. Label Free Podcast this week, she is talking about the 4 walls of dishonesty, how addiction thrives in secrecy. Her guest this week, Zach Blakenry. a consciousness and recovery coach who battled a 16-year porn addiction and a 10-year struggle with drugs. Zach shares his personal journey of recovery and discusses the emotional side of addiction. This is a phenomenal episode. Check it out. It's Label Free Podcast. Next up, we got The Other Side of the Firewall with our friends Ryan and Shannon. These guys are great. I love this show. I'm learning a lot from it each and every week. They do a show 5 days a week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Friday is their everything else kind of show. Monday was newly formed cybercrime syndicate. Tuesday was cyber hygiene to impact CEO compensation. Haven't listened to that one yet, but it sounds interesting. Celebrating women in cybersecurity was on Wednesday. Thursday they did a throwback, and then today's episode was Starfield, movies, books, etc. Check them out. These guys are great. The other side of the firewall. All right, next up we got, what do we got? Carry On Politics. This week, here's the episode. I like this one. Returning guest Adam Dorito. And he's got a legislation that he's currently trying to pass. Adam has been on the show many, many times before about his case, which involves falsification of military medical records. Let's talk about this for a second. Veterans and those of you that are current active duty, Guard, Reserve, what have you, if you haven't heard about Adam's case in the past, he was a Air Force Academy, and his medical documentations got falsified, and somebody changed up his medical stuff, and there's a big hearing that's going on even today with it. So check it out. It's very interesting episode that comes on to give you some updates. This is very interesting. This stuff is happening, unfortunately. So check it out. Carry On Politics. What do we got next? Next, we got Time to Shine Today. Time to Shine Today with our man, Scott Ferguson. From salesperson to wealth consultant, transforming lives through real estate with investor and realtor, Amy Terry. This was a pretty cool episode. Amy began her career in real estate at the age of 16. She started answering the phones, and now she's a partner and managing broker in one of the most successful real estate firms in Colorado. She had bought, sold, rented, flipped, developed, and held all kinds of property. She's passionate about helping people build long-term wealth through real estate. I love this interview, and one of the reasons why is Amy, when she's talking, she says, I usually try to talk people out of selling their home and turning it into a rental property if it makes sense for them. She really breaks down. She's very customer oriented. And it was just her messaging was really cool. She really wants to help people grow their portfolio and net worth. So it was great episode. Time to Shine Today. Check it out. Next up, the Power of Investing in People podcast with our gal Shay Sparks. This week, do you believe that everything happens for a reason? Do you listen to your gut intuition? I most certainly do, and there's a backstory to that, but for another time. A decade after surviving an armed robbery and abduction, guest Jen Lee became the founder of I Need Blue podcast. She quickly realized there's healing in sharing, and was called to create a dedicated space where survivors feel they belong, are loved, understood, and feel empowered to share their truth. Also, just this year, she published her memoir, Why I Survived. So check it out. And if you're interested in learning more about Jen Lee, you can go to ineedblue.net. Good episode. Power of Investing in People podcast. Shay Sparks. Next up, we got, let's see here. What do we got next? Because Bikers Matter podcast. All right. This week with our man Vegas, host David Vegas. Schumann discusses the importance of having proper motorcycle insurance. With 4 tragic accidents resulting in fatalities, David emphasizes the need for bikers to protect themselves and their families. He highlights the various risks involved in riding and provides valuable tips on minimizing those risks. Additionally, David offers a free service to review motorcycle insurance policies. If you ride, you need to get a hold of our man Vegas, David Vegas Schumann, Because Biker Matter podcast. Check it out. Good stuff. David's such a solid guy. We're lucky. Next up, what do we have? Our man Rich over at the Misfit Nation podcast. He does a couple of shows each week. He did one earlier this week. The one I'm going to talk about, they did live last night with Miss Sally Gimmon. Sally's journey into the world of real estate investment is nothing short of inspiring. Motivated by a pivotal moment in her life when her mother fell ill in October of 2018, Sally, at the young age of 53, recognized the need for significant change. With a solid 20-year career as an insurance agent, she embarked on a remarkable transformation and dedicated sharing her wealth and knowledge extends beyond her personal injury. She regularly invaluable information with real estate group through her platform, Win Women TV, empowering others to embark on their own journey towards success. This is a great episode. I love this podcast, Misfit Nation podcast. Rich is a great guy and puts on great shows each week. So check it out. Next up, what do we have? Next up, we have the MSEC podcast, our friends over at Military Child Education Coalition. This week, Lucy discusses her experience as a military child and how she navigates being the new kid at school again. Lucy is also one of the middle school spotlight winners in the MSEC Call for the Arts contest for her beautiful song, Life of a Military Kid. And she talks about her love for music and how life inspires her songwriting. I had the distinct pleasure of meeting Lucy and her family, her mother, in July, I believe it was, for the MSEC's annual meeting down in DC. Great episode, great kid. I love it when they bring the kids on. You get to hear from the kids' perspective of being in the military. Awesome episode. Check it out. What do we got next? The Arms Room. Love this show. Every Monday, 2 p.m. Arizona time. That's when the new audio comes out for their shows. This week, they're discussing vehicle go bags and emergency response tools. Pay attention, and if you don't have a go bag in your vehicle, you need to listen to this episode today. Seriously. This show is the reason why and granted, I've known these guys for a very long time. I'm friends with these guys, and when I have any questions on firearms or bug out bags or dirt medicine or anything like that, these are the people that I'm calling. I'm calling these guys. I've learned so much over the years from these folks, and we have a go bag in every vehicle with certain emergency response tools in every vehicle that we own. And I'm starting to do that with more of my family members and stuff. It's got in my son's stuff and so on. So check it out. The Arms Room. Get ready to learn something. You need this stuff. Arms Room show. Check it out. Next up, what do we have next? Chasing Happiness. This week, Sam Wilson takes us through his incredible transformation from deemed unemployable to becoming a force in the world of the real estate. It's like a real estate week, isn't it? Kind of got a theme going here. Sam shares his experiences. You'll gain invaluable insights into the real estate, entrepreneurship, and financial success. Learn the art of turning challenges into stepping stones and discover why trading time for money can only take you so far. Check it out. Great episode. Our host, Ryan, good guy. Chasing Happiness. What do we got next? Couple more. Just stay with me. Few more, guys. Stay with me. The Joel Evans Show. Love it. This week, he's got his good friend, and I hope I say his name right, Fazee Habib, getting into a deeper aspects of healing people, aligning and optimizing their body. Two things that they talk about on this is the big problem with the current health system and how emotions affect physical health and pain. Great episode, the Joel Evans Show. Check it out. What do we got next? Our friends over at the People's Patriot Project. We got your 6 every Sunday night, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. You got to check this out. These guys are all over the place. The People's Patriot Project, Mark and Andrea, they put on a great show. I've been with them, known them for about a decade, I reckon. Um, they've done some fantastic stuff, and they have some great guests each and every week. It's very entertaining. So check it out. You can find their lives on their People's Patriot Project Facebook page. Again, Sunday nights, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. Last but not least, what do we have? We got the S3 with JD. For all you sports nuts out there, JD comes in and gives his expert opinions on what's going on in the wild, wacky world of sports. So check it out. Now that the NFL is back, I'm going to warn you right now, if you listen to his show, he's a huge Patriots fan. We don't judge him. We still love him, even though that he's a diehard Patriots fan. And I got to give him grief because he's always busting my chops. So, JD, there you go, brother. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. Hey, I got to give some shout outs real quick to our sponsors as well. Alibi Tattoo. If you need ink or you need that tattoo that you got when you were younger and now you wish you wouldn't have got it, go check out our friends over at Alibi Tattoo. JB Auto Clothiers. I mean, if I need to say more, right? These jackets and their suits are absolutely amazing. And they do tuxedos, custom, made to measure jackets and suits, tuxedos, and now shirts for you. Go to jbautoclothiers.com to check it out. My tax fella, my man Anthony, we're going to be going over there in October to see them. Maybe do a live over there as well. Bookkeeping, taxes, these guys are great. I just reminded myself I need to contact them today. My tax fella, go check them out. Love those guys. HMG Beverage, you see our sister company. We got coffee, although if you're looking for the Brazilian Cerrado right now, we're out of that. Go check out our coffee and our spirits. You can get our gin, hmgbeverage.com. Got a whole brewing down in Eureka Springs, Arkansas. Go check them out. Great beer. Might be the best you ever had, actually. Go check it out if you're down in that area. Feed the people, buy the people. Follow them and get a hold of their website. Our man AJ is changing the food industry right now. And if you're not following my man AJ Richards, follow him and I'll put that on. Again, this is a new platform, new setup that you see here right now. So I'm still experimenting. Bear with me. Motorcycle safety lawyers, as if I need to say it. If you're riding, you got a motorcycle, these guys need to be on your speed dial. Motorcycle safety lawyers, check them out. Thank you guys. Forget Genetics, our man Barry. Love this guy, Army veteran. Forget Genetics. If you go to their website, use HMG, you're going to get 10% off their products over there. If you're a hunter or you like having animals, deer, turkey, stuff like that on your land, then you need to check out Forget Genetics. I love this stuff. Love it. Jim Neary's Bait and Tackle. Awesome place to be. Southern Lancaster County. If you're ever in Pennsylvania, go check out Jim's Bait and Tackle down near Ocotillo River or Reservoir, excuse me. Always a good time. They hook you up. Do they tell you where the fish are? Sometimes. But love it. Jim, thank you. Appreciate you guys down there. Warriors on the Water LTD. They have a gun raffle that's going on right now. And I believe tomorrow they are picking the winners. If you go to Warriors on the Water LTD, you can get tickets for their gun raffle right now. What do we have here? Ken, first due is very close second. Oh, well, thank on that. Yeah, the first due. I like the first due as well, Ken. I like that. What else do we have? Carrabba's. Can't forget Carrabba's down at Fort Bragg, Fort Liberty, Fort Freedom, whatever they're calling it. Fort Bragg, as we know it, down at Fayetteville. Go down to Carrabba's. Tell them HMG sent you. This is the one over at 4209 Sycamore Dairy Road. So for all you Fort Bragg people down there, we love you and hope to see you soon. What else do we have here? Of course, last, certainly not least, or not quite last, Independence Bourbon, for women, by women. My friend Ann, she's launching that. Stay tuned for that. And then last but not least, Sisu Stamina and the Universal Learning Approach. This is them. I did a review on this stuff earlier. This stuff's awesome. I love it. I'm using it now. It's great stuff. I recommend anybody that needs an extra kick or to stay razor focused, or you just need to be put in a better mood. This stuff, again, I'm on day 3 and I'm loving this stuff. It's great. It tastes good. I'm all about it. Go to their website and use Heroes 10 for 10% off on that product. That's it. That's all the time I got today. We're done. I hope you guys like this. I'm going to play around with it some more this week. This is kind of a new setup for me and for us. You can probably see some of the shows on the network using more and more of this. So stay tuned for that. Appreciate you guys leaving the comments, and those of you that watch this later on. Thank you. All of you that are watching on YouTube or Twitter, thank you. Appreciate you guys. Get outside this weekend. All right. Check on your battle buddies. Get outside. Enjoy life. Think for yourself. God bless you. God bless America. I'll see you guys next week.